Live. Oh, here we go. Alan, just let me now. Good evening. I think we're live. Let me just double check and make sure that we are on Facebooky over here. How you doing, Robert? All right?
I'm doing fantastic.
It's technology today, eh?
Yeah.
Make sure I've hit the right button and that we are live, because otherwise, because we're live. We are live. Woohoo! We're live across many channels, all our regular channels, and we want to say good evening, hello, wherever you are around the world. How you doing? We're going to admit people in a minute and into the group, but we're also going to do some live training. So can you see on your screen that people are waiting to come in?
I can see.
So do we want to let people in yet?
Well, what are we going to cover today before we
get into all that? We are going to cover, right, how to make your WordPress site secure. Because the common thing is that you set up a WordPress site and you forget to make it secure. And so I'm doing a spot of training for everyone. Once I work out how to make my screen full screen on this side, that's better. And so
why do we want to make it secure? What's the
the thing is, you can end up with spam, and not the type of spam you eat. You can end up with spam comments. And so the thing is the more spam comments that end up on your site can end up causing either space issues for the site, because every post takes up space.
Yeah.
It can cause a number of problems. So I decided to take you through the steps on how to stop that from happening. A few things you can do, and we'll show you in a moment or two how to do that and why you need to do it. And we're across multiple channels tonight, by the way, guys. So we are in multiple Facebooky groups because things are getting exciting. So do we want to let our regulars in yet?
Yeah, let's open up the group and then we can chat about why this is important and other updates that are coming up.
Yeah. Let's just make sure that everyone's getting in that's meant to be getting in. And I see Colin's coming in. So if you are Inner Circle member, you'll know the link to get into here. We're not opening up to everyone tonight because at some point we're going to disappear into the Inner Circle group only to carry on with our chats and the things we do in there and some different tricks and tips that we end up doing in the end. So if you are watching this on Facebook and you are Inner Circle member and you know the link, we will be giving out the link to everyone else when we only go live on the Inner Circle group. So
basically this is a free training for anybody that wants to figure out how to secure their WordPress site as soon as they install it. It's a smart thing to do, and these little things that we forget to do can lead into big problems for your site in the future. So this quick training will help you a lot. We are covering A to Z training in our Done For You Inner Circle mentoring group, and there's a lot to learn for everybody, and sometimes just the simple basics like securing comments on a website can make the big difference. So that's why we're going to do this for everybody, because everybody can use it.
Yeah, I noticed that Dave tried popping in. So Dave, if you want to come back in, the call's now open for you, and what we are planning on launching very soon DIY Magic Themes, and when we do, you guys who are watching this on other channels, if you join the whole system that we do, the good news is you'll be able to get into the Inner Circle mentoring group as well. So and we do all sorts of tips and tricks. And this week I was hoping to have had a call recorded on getting a prospect on board. I tried calling him today and got told he's away until Monday. Something's come up with his family. I think it's because it's fireworks season. Do you do fireworks today as well in America?
No, actually not.
No. So it's a British thing where Guy Fawkes tried to blow up Parliament, didn't succeed, and didn't get away with it. And we celebrate the fact that he didn't blow up Parliament. and it's a bit overrated. But so in the background at the moment, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's fireworks going off because they're letting them all go off, and I've come in to talk to you guys instead. So yeah, so it's super exciting. Now we might have a few less on tonight because we have gone with the Eastern Standard Time because the clocks are all changing and we always get confused. And I thought it's easy to go via the Eastern Standard Time, and everyone's going to get notified anyway, hopefully on Facebook, and you'll hop on at some point and come and say hello. So it's either that or we got to stay on for 2 hours, Robert.
That's what we ended up doing anyways.
Oh. That's very true. That's very true. So yeah, anyway, exciting. We've got a lot of exciting things coming up. So I'll do this bit of training. If Robert, keep an eye out for anyone else of the inner circle people trying to get in. If you see someone you don't recognise trying to get in, don't let them in, because you've got to pay to be in the inner circle mentoring group and come on these calls. And that we'll be explaining more in the coming days because we're getting very close to launching DFY Magic Themes, which is super exciting. So I'm going to share my screen now, and hopefully in a moment, everyone should be able to see. Robert, can you see my screen that's come up?
Yes, I can.
That's right. I will just check on our Facebook group to make sure as well that everyone can see that coming through. And there's nothing worse than starting a presentation and no one can view it, which is sometimes I can see it on there. That's great. Fantastic. So if you do want to hop in, guys, from the Inner Circle Mentoring Group, the link's in the Inner Circle group, so you can come in and Robert will let you in. So obviously a WordPress site, and the common mistake people make is they leave comments open or make it available to people to comment. So in your control panel of WordPress, and that's WP Admin, come down to settings and discussions. And the first thing we want to do is we want to just turn off anything that's related to people being able to leave posts. Now, the first thing I do, I turn off the notify because I won't need it. Right? I turn off allow link notification from other blogs. I leave this on. Comment author must fill out their name and email. I always leave it on anyway. Users must be registered. And then as we work our way down, we can work some of these out anyway. So on here, this is the one that's normally ticked. Anyone posts a comment. And so we untick that. I always leave a comment is held for moderation in case someone gets past the system. It's unlikely once you've changed these, but that's what happens there. And so the idea is then, as we work our way down, we can make sure that this is left on, and really pretty much everything else you can leave as it is, all right? And click Save Changes.
I just had a comment there, Steve. I always thought that it would be an advantage to say the comment author must have a previously approved comment. And if you don't allow them to register, they can't leave another comment because they never got registered. That's
right. Yeah. And you know, these are things, I think this is always good to have left on, but I disable anyone posts a comment automatically on here. Right. That'll stop anyone from posting a comment. Right. But if someone finds a way around it in WordPress, then the comment is held, right? And also the author must have a previously approved comment. So what happens then, if someone gets around it, it just gets left in the background, right? And you'll get I've turned off notifications so they get annoying. So when you log into your site and you go to comments, if there's 5,000 comments in there, it's because you've left these unticked or ticked. Right. So I've saved this now. So this is all bang up to date, and just make sure I click save again. And as we work our way through now, the next step is to click on plugins and make sure, I've left this like this on purpose. This is an old site. And so the idea with this is you have to make sure that all your plugins are up to date. And you can see I've got on this old site that I've left for months now and I haven't done much with it. I've got a lot of out-of-date plugins. And the problem with out-of-date plugins are they can be hacked. People can find ways around them. So this site's going to be deleted at some point, so I'm not overly worried about it. But just tick all, right? Bulk actions, and let's update every single plugin. Now on the DFY new hosting, when you set it up, there's an option to tick a box basically, and you can tick a box to say automatically update your plugins. Now there's a reason, good reasons you want to do it, and reasons you don't, and it depends on how many sites you got running. But what will happen sometimes is, let's say you set it to automatic updates, and a plugin updates and your site gets messed up because of it. Then you have to know how to go into the file manager, go to WP content, find the plugins folder, rename that plugins folder to be able to get your site back up, and then name the plugin folder back to plugins to then see what plugins had failed as you work through them. And there's a bit of a fiddly moment there to do that. So, but I leave it all ticked on, and the only other thing to know is updating your PHP settings, and we'll go into that a later training session within cPanel. For those who are watching this on our other channels, don't worry, there are YouTube videos available to show you how to update cPanel PHP, depending on your provider as well. Anyway, I've updated all my plugins, and so the next step I want to do is I'm going to add a new plugin. And I'm going to add WordFence. I prefer WordFence because I use the free version. Now, there may be some cases where you might want to pay for a security plugin, and that's okay as well. Everyone has their own preferences, but I still put a security plugin on my WordPress site, even if the company that I'm getting my hosting from has got the best security in the world. It still pays to add a security plugin on here. So I've just clicked activate. This might take a moment too, because when I stream, everything goes slow for some unknown reason. And while I'm waiting for it to activate, I'll go and enjoy the fireworks for 2 minutes. So it's so on here we can add an email address. They say when you do presentations, do two things: don't work with animals or children, and try not to talk at the same time as typing. So I don't do it. So
good advice.
Anyway, I'm going to say no, because I don't want all their rubbish bit and alerts being sent to me in news. But I have to tick to say I agree, and we click continue. All right, we go no thanks, because I don't need a premium key from them. Now we've done that, we can now come into WordFence itself, and WordFence is very easy to set up because it walks you through. This is your dashboard. Next, easily monitor stuff. It'll tell you the first time you install this, everything you need to do. And then at the top here, it says to make your site as secure as possible, take a moment to optimize it. So we click here to configure. And I love this. It walks you through. Download your .ht access file. So we click on that, and we're going to save it. And we click continue. The reason it asks to download is it's optimizing and securing the HT access file as we go along. So we don't want this to be in a situation where you mess up your site by not downloading that. Now we're going to continue to optimize this as well. So click here to configure. Now we've already downloaded the HT access file. What's silly in this is you have to do it again for some unknown reason. It won't let you just do the user ini. So we'll click on that, we'll save it again, it'll probably say it's already there, and we download the user ini file as well. These are just backups in case something goes wrong. It's unlikely. The other thing to say with a site, if you use WP Vivid all-in-one migration, do a backup first before you do this, just to be on the safe side. Now we're going to configure the firewall. So I'd already done this, but we'll go for it again. Just make sure. If it keeps asking, I keep doing it. That's what I say with this. I think you could probably just click continue, to be honest, on that point.
Installation successful. There you go.
There we go. So now it's going to give you brute force protection, and all of this will slowly update. All right, so you can just ignore it and just let it run. As simple as that. So, and that's all I ever do. Let's just refresh this a minute to see if that's going to change. Web application firewall. So you can't continue. I thought I'd already done this, but let's just check again. Sometimes WordFence gets a bit funny. Right, continue. It might be because it's still optimizing it and I have to ignore that message afterwards. So we just click OK. If it's still here, I'll just dismiss it. So
well, it says it's 100% protected.
Yeah. So I think once you've done both those sections, you're fine. The auto update I thought was a premium feature, but maybe wrong. No, it isn't on this version. So you can click yes. And that is pretty much it. That's your site secure. So just to recap, make sure your plugin's always up to date, whether you do it automatically or not. You can install WordFence and set that up as I've shown you. And then under settings and discussions, we want to make sure that these are unticked. I untick the notify one because it gets, if you imagine you've got 50 sites and you keep getting notifications, with that ticked, every 2 minutes, you're going to be getting a, hello, this is somebody from Japan trying to leave a message on your site, or someone from India who's very kindly trying to leave messages. All right. I untick the allowed links. I untick, make sure this is unticked as well. And just work your way down. Commenter author must fill out their name and email. Users must be registered, but then you can untick anyone can comment. A comment is held for moderation, and comment must be manually. In fact, I like to leave that manually approved on most sites. That way, then it's, if it does get through the net, you have to manually approve all comments. And that is pretty much it for it. That's how you secure your site. I'm going to stop sharing and come back to our normal screen and welcome people
this opportunity in. Now that to say hello to everybody. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Dave. Hello, Bob. Colin's still here in the dark.
Yeah. Good to see you all. We ummed and erred about what time to go live tonight, and so we're always going to go via the Eastern Standard Time, no matter what. That way, then it hopefully won't get too confused. You all right, Lynn?
Yeah, I was just talking to Don on Messenger, and he said, "What time is it?" He says, "Is it on now?" I says, "No, it's in the hour," because I thought it was an hour. And then he said, "I think it's on now." And then the notification said, "We're live," so I just jumped on. So he'll be coming soon.
Hey, I love this. I love that sideways angle, then, Dave. That's awesome. That was.
I'm actually sitting in my vehicle right now. I have a business appointment that I don't want to be late for, and I certainly didn't want to miss this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, brilliant! Well, how's everyone finding the new members area? Have you all got in?
Yeah.
But finally, yeah, everything's working nicely, and I have both you and Robert to thank for that, because I know you're working hard for not just me but for everybody. So I appreciate it.
Dave.
No, it's been fun, and the excitement. I was really hoping tonight to have the video recording or the audio recording of the phone call, but the guy I need to speak to wasn't about. I think he's gone off to enjoy the fireworks, to be honest. and so, have you got fireworks where you are, Lynn?
Yes, I better shut the window actually in case it gets loud.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Now, hopefully, there's no one trying to go to Parliament and blow it up tonight, which is what Guy Fawkes did, didn't he? So yeah. So, but that was the main area I wanted to go through, just securing your site tonight. A bit of live training, nice and easy, and we'll be adding that to the members area. We'll take the edit out. So. Bob's saying pretty much drunk. I apologize for anything I say. Well, don't worry, Bob. You be as drunk as you want, mate. I loved it last week. He kept putting his berry on and stuff. So I don't think that's alcohol in there. It's a bit yellow, mate. Is it a sample for your appointment?
Hey, I don't know what to say. Yeah, it does look a little yellow, but Red Bull does wonders.
It gives you wings, apparently, doesn't it?
Yeah, flying down the road. Hell yeah. Have a good time with it. Hey, it is Friday. Come on now.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. So that being said, we're trying to get the word out there for a couple different things. One is for everybody to get to the new members area. because all the training has been updated. We've cut out a lot of unnecessary steps. So as you're watching these, please make sure that you get into the new members area by going to the older members area, clicking the link, creating your new hosting account, and getting in and then posting us a quick support message so that we can manually get everybody into the new members area before the next launch.
So we're in multiple groups tonight because this is sort of a bit of free training we wanted to share across all my groups, and so I want to explain people who aren't aware of DFI Magic Themes. The concept is that we have 5 magic themes. It's electrician, gardener, painter, pest control, and web design. And you knew it without looking on the wall. And the idea is you can easily install any one of those. They've all got content done for you. And we've got members there with all the training related to it. And in the next few days, we'll be making an announcement of launches so other people can get in on the system. And the guys that are on here at the moment, these are guys that have already got into the system early when we did the very first early bird founders launch, and we brought them on an amazing deal, and they keep getting more and more content, and hopefully you guys are finding the trainings easy and the new member area is easy to get into. So how you find it, Lynn? All right?
Fine. Yeah, I registered a new domain today. I'm going to work on the site tomorrow.
You see, and this is what this is about. You see, is bringing in people from all walks of life, whether they've been able to do stuff before or not. This is the idea behind it, guys. I know Bob wants to say something. You all right, Bob?
I do. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Oh, we can hear you now.
Okay. I wanted to know, is there a way we can see the website site before we launch it? Because I don't understand the process of launching a site if we're going to be going across a country instead of just a city.
Right. When you first set a website up, or any WordPress site up, you build it live. All right. So it's already there on there, but you're not telling Google it's there yet. All right. And so when I build my sites, I just put it live on the domain name. I go and build what I want. Sometimes I will put up, and I will do a bit of training for the Inner Circle Mentoring Group on this. There are plugins you can put up where you can put site under maintenance on the front end. It's an easy plugin. When people go to the site, it says this site is under maintenance or this site's being created. It just puts a little image up at the front on the front where no one can go any further, and only you in WP admin then can see the pages. And that's also fine as well. But I personally, I just build I get my stuff up on the site. I do it live. I don't worry about it because I haven't built any backlinks. And once you finish building the site, then you do all your backlinks and things like that. Yeah. Yep.
Well, the reason I ask is I have a general website construction website.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering why I would want to launch this unless I want to go local in a specific city.
Actually, Bob, let me address that one.
Okay.
Here's the thought for the web design website only. The thought behind it is most people may not have a website for their own agency or their own business. So the second thought behind it is if you're talking to somebody and now you have, let's say Bob's website design is your domain, and you create a magic multi-location website with the website design behind it, you have an instantaneous, not only a sales funnel for yourself, because you put your phone number, your email on it, but you also have a place locally that you're going to start have those location-based websites. So as you go forward, your web design is a sales platform for all the other niches that you can offer. Now, if you already have your own agency website, you're good. You don't have to do anything. But if you didn't, this one is particularly designed to be a web design agency website for you to be able to rent, sell, or whatever your business model is for the Done For You Magic Theme niches that are coming out. Go ahead.
An interesting thing happened. I created 5 sites on the new hosting site, and somebody contacted me from one of those sites and said, "What are you doing putting my information on your website?" And I said, "Well, I'm creating one because I noticed you didn't have one." And he said, "I don't. Can I get this site?" And I got my first client.
Hey.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I didn't choose an artificial address or phone number or anything. I just went through and said, who doesn't have a site, listed some, and one of the people contacted me. He happened to be Autobody, but I said, I can create one for you.
So let me ask you a question. When you're going to drop those bombs on us, let me hit the record button.
Okay.
Well, it's being recorded
Robert,
anyway.
contact me and I'll redo it.
No, but, so
How did he find it?
How did he find out that he had a website?
I have no idea. One of his clients said, I contacted you on the website. He said, what website? And I said, well, he contacted me and said, are you Guillermo? And I said, no, Guillermo is William. And I said, no, I'm not Guillermo, I'm Bob. And he said, you have a website with my address. And I said, yes, I was setting it up for you. I was going to call you next week and let you know the website I built for you because I saw you didn't have one. And he said, I want it.
That's fantastic.
He was Italian.
Wow.
Go ahead,
Brilliant.
Bob, was it an Autobody site that you built?
No, it was an auto repair site that just happened to be following the same guidelines that Stephen and Robert are giving us.
And can you tell us what you charged?
I told them $200 a month.
See?
Nice.
And the thing is, that's entry level. That's the thing is as well, Bob. With the whole system and with Magic Page plugin, what you're going to do is go back to him and say, right, this is covering this area. Now, how would you like to be in these towns as well? And he goes, oh, I'd love to. And you say, great, well, it's this much more per area. And next minute, he's paying $500, $600, $700 a month to you.
And then I already said, actually, I didn't say it, but I've already got these. I've got Magic Page already there, and all the other sites are already listed. He doesn't know that, but I charge him $200 a month. Hey, it's my first client. I don't know what to do.
Well, you're obviously doing the right thing, aren't you?
It's awesome that you took action, Bob.
That's the biggest part. That's the biggest part. What you did is you went and looked for somebody that needed it, and you started the process of giving it to them, and they just happened to find you before you even reached out to them. Which means to me, somewhere you have a page that's already ranking because somebody else found them.
What's interesting is that
what the system
sorry to
is.
interrupt you, Robert.
I said that's exactly what the system is because you put up the pages. One of those local pages started ranking, got indexed. Somebody called him, and he's like, "What do you mean I have a website? I don't have a website." You probably confused the hell out of him, which is really nice. But you ended up with a client.
I did, and the guy says, "Can you make the site more like my business?" And I said, "Of course." I have no idea what to do, but I'm going to continue.
Well, that's where you start your conversation. That's where you can start upselling for custom content. That's where you can start upselling more locations. You can start asking him for pictures of his business, get his logo.
Yes.
All these little upsells that you can do.
Already did that. I went up with a custom site and I said, what I need to do, this site is already yours, but I need your pictures, your hours, your information, and I'll customize it totally to you because it's your site.
Very nice.
Now, before we finish the live stream, and then what we're going to do, because the way the system's set up tonight, we're going to end the live stream. And I'm going to go live back in the Circle mentoring group, just for those that might miss anything else. But I want to just share this, and this is a very quick way. Once you've got a site live, Right? Can everyone see the Google's?
Yes.
Yeah. So what you can do, I've just done a search in my local area, right, for auto repair, right? And as you come down, there's a company here that doesn't have a website. So you can find the ones on straight away on here that don't have websites, DF Auto Repair. So I'd put an auto repair site up in their area and put their details on the site, then contact them and go, hey, I see you haven't got a website. And they go, well, yeah, we've been thinking about it. Say, well, go and look at this. Their data's on the site. They love it. And then custom pages is where you can charge more money on custom pages. And that's the exciting thing with this, that, you know, and it just builds out from there. There's so much opportunity for everyone. I'm really excited for you, Bob. That's a great success story. That really is.
Well, thank you. And I did nothing about it. It came to me.
That's
now I feel more confident in everything I'm doing.
And that's the thing about it, isn't it?
Let me say one thing to make it easier. If you pick the pre-done niches, you have less work.
I know. I understand that.
How exciting.
And as you know, Robert, I started this with you in the boot camp, and I've still been working in the background on this other site, but it's finally coming to life.
Well, that's terrific, Bob. I mean,
and how many months ago was the boot camp? It's quite a while ago, wasn't it?
I don't know. I was 18 at one time, and now I'm much older.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do now, guys, for those that are watching on many of our platforms, if you're interested in what we're doing, it's dfimagicthemes.com. But what I'm going to say is, don't go buying it yet because it's at the full price on the front page. Wait a little while. We'll be making an announcement of a special webinar. And when we do that webinar, there's a super special deal that basically, I think it's like $2,997 on the front end. And there's going to be a discount for that and the upsell as well. There's one upsell and there'll be a discount on that as well. And when we make that announcement, it's going to be a good deal for anyone who comes in on DFI Magic Themes.
I'm going to cut you short there for a second, Stephen, because the reality is this. Even if you went to the Done For You Magic Themes right now, even if the thing is at $2,997, you're going to get 5 Done For You Magic Themes that you can sell over and over again, that you can literally make the site in a half an hour to an hour, depending on where you are. But if you want to really get into it, the deep dive with the training and the rest of it, that's what our process is. That's what our system is. Yeah. Because we want you guys to understand it, to be able to put it together, rinse and repeat, and do what Bob just did. He just rented his first site, $200 a month, right? That's $2,400 a year income for a site that he's going to have to do. Well, he's going to have to work a little bit because he's going to have to customize it, but he's going to upsell that and turn that into, I think it'll be higher than $200 a month when you're done. But the reality is you took action, made it happen. There's a $2,400 sale, even if you don't charge him anything else. What I would do myself is I would go to that client and I'd start talking to him that I'm a local web designer. I build location-based websites. Do you think there's anybody else that you know that can use my service in the following?
Hold that thought, Robert, because I don't want to give away any more to people in the other groups. This is now going to be for us inner circle people only. So we're going to say goodnight to Facebook, and then I'm going to restart the stream for people in the inner circle mentoring group because this system won't let me switch off certain channels, unfortunately. So wave goodbye to everyone on Facebook and YouTube. I'll wait for that to finish, and then I'll restart the stream in a minute. Once it's ended, can I stop the event? It's still saying live. Talk amongst